President Trump had a meeting of the minds with a group of sheriffs recently at the White House, sheriffs who worked overtime to help him get elected. Among them, Sheriff Sam Page of North Carolina and Sheriff Tom Hodgson of Massachusetts, who told me they are more than willing to work with President Trump to advance his strategies to secure our country and protect our individual rights like the Second Amendment. Take a look.
There's a new sheriff in town. His name's Donald Trump.
We're not playing games.
Instead of let things happen in this country, he wants to make things happen for the American people.
And this is for the security of the country. It's time to dismantle the gangs terrorizing our citizens, many of whom are not even legally in our country.
The sanctuary cities is absolutely a border security issue, and it is because these people come in here illegally and harm us. They are being harbored by elected officials thumbing their nose at federal law.
I can't pick and choose what laws I enforce. I took an oath.
So these people did too.
And you know what? They need to be held accountable.
We've ordered a crackdown on sanctuary cities that refuse to comply with federal law that have resulted in so many needless deaths.
God bless President Trump for taking this on and doing what I think needed to be done a long time ago. But I think that the fastest, easiest way to deal with these sanctuary cities and these elected officials who decide, I'm going to violate federal law, I know I'm committing a felony, I know that it's up to 5 years in prison per alien that I hide and conceal, issue arrest warrants. They're in violation of federal law, lock them up.
Our city of San Francisco is a sanctuary city, and we see it as a place where it makes us safer.
Nancy Pelosi, in my view, is one of the people that makes our country less safe by suggesting that sanctuary cities are somehow beneficial to improving the quality of life and protecting the citizens of our nation. Because those of us who have our boots on the ground know.
We've processed, since 2010, 297 persons that were criminally charged illegally in our country, in our community. Offenses, everything from sex offenses to drug offenses. Of those 297, about 56% have been actually removed back to your home country. So the other persons, to where they go, I don't know. Who tracks them? Are they going to go out to reoffend? Very good possibility.
I never thought that I would see in my lifetime elected officials who are supposed to be leading, guiding our country, officials saying, I'm not going to follow the law. I'm going to defy the oath that I took. What's at stake is more people dying, more anarchy in our country, and it's the beginnings of eroding our democracy.
And these same people, they want to deny us the right to protect ourselves with a firearm, leaving us defenseless.
These same people are denying us our rights. They're also planting people in our communities that are plotting and planning. You are a prime target. We ought not to put our citizens and our legal residents at risk by saying you can't protect yourself when we know the threat is elevated to hurt them.
So you actually think having national reciprocity would make communities, would make our country safer?
No question about it. The national law should be that we get national reciprocity.
The right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. How complex is that? Your constitutional protections don't drop off just when you cross the border of your state into another state.
I've interviewed several people, law-abiding citizens, arrested and in jail because they weren't able to carry their gun across state lines.
We can't have the confusion around this. This patchwork of laws, the Constitution's clear. People should have a right to protect themselves no matter where they are in the United States.
Congressman Hodgson on Capitol Hill leading the charge. He's introduced a national reciprocity bill. What do you think the chances are we're gonna finally get it?
I think they're very good. Oh, there'll be a tough fight, but there isn't anybody that can deny the fact that our society has become far more dangerous.
Get engaged, get involved. Don't be shy. Contact your representatives. If we stand united and we stand up for our rights, it will get to the White House.
Protecting that freedom is imperative, absolutely imperative.
President Trump gets it, and this is a man who is hyper-focused on the end game. He's the guy to do it.
What is going on in Chicago?
Kids in the crossfire. New heartbreak tonight in Chicago. When will it end?
This is a national tragedy, and it requires national action.
It isn't about gun laws. They have some of the most strict gun laws in the United States, and it's the underpinnings of communities that weren't dealt with when President Obama was in. 8 years of unemployment, gang issues.
If you identify a person or convicted felons of possession of firearms, they need to be prosecuted through our federal system. I mean, criminal is criminal.
But they're feeling emboldened and empowered. You have people protesting in the streets, raise hell, destroy businesses.
It's a war zone. They don't fear the police. They will shoot the police.
Everybody needs to know what these officers are dealing with out there on a daily basis. You have no idea how it's changed in the last 4 years. This is a senseless tragedy that did not need to be.
President Trump already sending in a federal task force. This is a guy who wants to get it done, who understands it's not the guns that are causing the problem.
And we will work with you on the front lines to keep America safe. Our police officers, sheriffs, and deputies risk their lives every day. They're entitled to an administration that has their back.
And I think that's the key word that we haven't seen in the past 8 years, is we haven't seen support from the administration down for law enforcement. But I think that's changing, and I'm very optimistic.
This President Trump's train is going down the track. He needs us all as Americans to come together. We're tired of the divisiveness and this obstructions that's gone on in government. And I have no doubt in my mind that we're on a great track to bring America back again.